Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm giving you a presentation for Rhino Biotech Incorporated, Fortifying Health. Rhino Biotech Incorporated, Agritex, biotech, biopharma, and nanotechnology functioning in unison. Rhino Biotech's mission is the research, formulation, and development of new, novel, and unique health fortifying treatments that utilize all natural compounds in the production of palliative, preventative, and curative medicines. Additionally, the company ensures that all methods, processes, procedures, and compounds utilized in the production of their products are regulatory compliant, efficacious, and research grade, and are validated through third-party certifications. Rhino Biotech Incorporated is at the forefront of the biotech-based supplement, nutraceutical, and biopharmaceutical compounding space. The company specializes in natural, whole plant-derived formulations derived from phyto-based and micro-based compounds, including cannabinoids, terpenoids, polysaccharides, polyphenols, tocopherols, and ribonucleotides. The company began in 2005, where it operated a Colorado medical marijuana license that was vertically integrated under the name Indoor Horticulture Centers. In 2018, the assets were transferred to separate the company and continue nationally with hemp development as Artisan Valley Farms due to the implications of the 2018 Farm Bill legalizing hemp. In 2020, Rhino Biotech Incorporated was the product of a roll-up established to develop and manufacture nutraceutical and biopharma products. And in 2021, Eurasia Energy Unlimited acquired Rhino Biotech and Artisan Valley Farms for the initial public offering. In 2021, there was a ticker change where Eurasia Energy Limited changed its name to Rhino Biotech Incorporated. And in 2022, we enter into the growth phase of the company. The hemp industry has several latent problems that the company set out to rectify from the beginning. Some of them are the genetic failures. Up to 99.9% failure rates are often recorded in hemp genetic population tests, as well as in field production. Though a booming industry, limited reliable sources of quality compliant genetics exist. When I say this, I mean that every single genetic line that we've worked through required at least one, if not several rounds of 99.9% culling, which means killing improper genetic material in order to establish proper genetic lineage. There are supply chain issues. In addition to traditional farming issues, which all farmers face, there's vertical integration of research, supply, production, and sales, which are required in order to survive in the industry. The FDA and the DEA lack of performance. Their lack of regulation has led to oversupply and overprojected demand of CBD in the short term. We do expect a drastic change in that as the FDA and DEA release regulations for human consumption, which is currently underway. The market forecasts, the hemp market forecasts have been notoriously high, and for a good reason. But due to lack of regulation, the company has been forced to find innovative revenue streams in the sector in the time being. The company has several main differentiators between other leaders in the industry. And first is our extensive experience in the cannabis and bioorganic space. We've been operating almost 20 years now as a company, and each of our individual team members have commensurate experience, so hundreds of years of experience. We have trusted and proven genetic lines, which I'm going to get into later, but they're registered proprietary strains through university research. We're in an industry with positive trends that continue to support growth. We undergo continued innovation to expand proprietary compounds and market-leading product portfolios. We have a scalable cultivation and production platform. We have an experienced management team with vast experience in both the biotech and business management sectors. And we have a strong asset base that's poised for rapid revenue growth and capitalization. And our story begins with scientific research. Phase one was the path to discovery, scientific research that led to discovery of active ingredients for use in compounds and formulations that fortify health. Phase 2 was the intellectual property creation, the protection of knowledge and intellectual property assets through patents. Phase 3, proof of concept, was providing efficacy and viability through university-led collaboration studies and trials, much of which is completed, several of which are still ongoing. Phase 4 is to produce ingredients and compounds at scale, which we're doing at Artisan Valley Agritex. And in addition to our in-house and outsourced production and manufacturing of ingredients and compounds. Phase 5 is commercialization, which is where we find ourselves right now, where we continue to commercialize our intellectual property through licensing or as products under the company's brand Fortify. The management team consists essentially of 3 smaller teams that were rolled up during the Rhino rollout. The first of which is the Fortify team, which is Marilyn Roosevelt and Bernie O'Neill, both of which have over 25 years of banking, investment, financial background, and over 10 years in the health, nutraceutical, and CPG sector. The second group is myself, Justin DeAngelis, and Ronnie Guffey, co-founders of Artesian Valley Farms, which is kind of the supply chain arm of the group. And the last team is Martin Belkin and Dr. Kotak, our head of biotech. They kind of lead our research, development, and innovation, as well as formulations, and then also file the patents and protect that intellectual property as well. My experience is over 25 years in the cannabis industry. I went back to school for agriculture and horticulture in 2008 when I got very serious about cultivation. Since then, I've worked in over 18 legal markets in 4 countries. I've been awarded over 100 licenses globally and have had the opportunity to work on things like the initial draft of the Kentucky CBD bill, the first bill in U.S. history, as well as the Puerto Rico bill and rules and regulations. We've helped Germany with their tax system, really done pretty much everything available in the space. So our operating divisions, as I previously described, is Fortify, our actual branding that releases consumer manufactured, consumer packaged goods. Artesian Valley Agritex, which I mentioned, is our supply chain and major ingredient supplier, and Bioorganics, which is our research and development, innovation, and patent division. So Fortify, as a brand, supports over 16 sports nutrition formulations with NSF certification, 22 health-specific formulations with numerous other certifications on certain products, 11 plant-based organic nutritional products, and then under the Rhino Energy brand, we have 3 energy drinks and 3 vitamin water beverages, as well as Rhino Pet with 10 clinically proven veterinary topical products for pets and equines, and 5 clinically proven dietary supplements. Under the Bioorganics brand, the division focuses on methods and systems for both extraction and delivery of uniquely formulated compounds. The patents and patent applications include methods, systems, and apparati for compositions of natural biomass extraction, methods and systems for improving the efficacy, accuracy, and security of supply chain tracking for cannabis biomass and cannabis products, methods and systems for improving the safety, potency, flavor, and experience of cannabinoid extracts used in the manufacturing of food and beverage products, and the use of Artisan in its sports nutrition range, an FDA NDI certified ingredient, as well as our ongoing patent pipeline. Rhino Bioorganics' core focus is the company's biopharmaceutical division is the use of specific phyto or plant and myco-fungi based compounds for formulation of palliative, preventative, and curative medicines. The company's R&D focuses on the use of cannabinoid and ribonucleotide formulations in combination with other proprietary ingredients. Rhino Biotech Incorporated, along with several university partners, has developed and continues to expand on the development of a strong patent portfolio that supports our research, development, formulation, compounding, and a wide range of wellness consumer packaged goods, nutraceuticals, and eventual prescription drugs. Rhino Biotech's Agritex division focus lies on identifying, breeding, and certifying proprietary hemp genetics, with a special focus on the production of rare and valuable cannabinoids such as CBG, CBGA, CBC, CBCA, CBN, etc. The company's state-of-the-art 27,000 square foot breeding facility located in Durango, Colorado. Our team developed 3 proprietary hemp cultivars rich in CBD, CBG, and CBC content, as well as being suited for industrial purposes. Here are our laboratory-grade breeding chambers in Durango, Colorado, where we have 6 individually sealed laboratory-grade breeding chambers for the purpose of individual strain propagation. Rhino Biotech Inc.'s Plant Genetics and Raw Ingredients division, Artisan Valley Agritex, includes 4 proprietary genetic lines and generates revenue under the following areas. It generates revenue through seed sales, both in licensed genetics as well as in actual sale of seed. In plant and compound sales for medical research, basically isolate and biomass sales to universities. Biomass itself that's used for extraction and compounding purposes. Flour, which is used directly for medical research or medical treatment, and extract that is used for the same. The brands include Chiron, Nautilus, CBD Industrial Infusion, Dionysus, and Hypnos. And here's our greenhouse in Durango where the seed propagation runs are done for inventory. And our 3 main lines, Chiron G, was developed in collaboration with a major medical research institution and agricultural research institution, pursuant to genetic modification, certification, patents, clinical trials, and eventual pharmaceutical release. Nautilus 13 is our second release, is one of the most resilient, highest yielding CBG genotypes to date. It also contains less than 0.1% THC, or what's known as non-detect THC, and is licensed to growers for large field grows. The reason why non-detect THC is so important is obviously any hemp plant testing above 0.3% is non-compliant and must be destroyed. Our third release, CBD Industrial Fusion, is a strain that was developed and certified for grain, fiber, oil, and cannabinoid production, so across all certification tiers. Not only is it resilient, but both its waste as well as its biomass are usable for nearly any crop processing application, inclusive of medical applications, CPGs, and industrial use. The company's 2021 revenue totaled just over 4.1 million, and based on previous performance, projects 2022 revenue to exceed a 2 to 4x multiple of between 8.2 million and 16.4 million in gross revenue. And here is Artisan Valley Agritex harvester that we use for our field harvesting. You can see the bottom left corner, we have a small dog in there for scale. This thing is about the size of 2 double wides. It's quite incredible. And during the harvest process, it in real time separates waste, which it mulches and leaves behind it in the field for future propagation. And then it separates biomass and seed so that they're easily harvestable after the field has been taken down. And that brings us to our use of funds and our current growth strategies for capital infusion. The company's first use of funds for growth strategy focus is to leverage existing inventory via national and international seed sales. With roughly 12 million proprietary seeds in inventory, the company's priority is to scale a sales team, driving sales of existing inventory at a price point of $2 to 50 cents per seed. So roughly a revenue of somewhere between $6 and $24 million. The company's second use of funds growth strategy is to plan out our own fields for biomass and seed production. With roughly 400 acres of planting at the company's disposal and the rekindled interest in CBGA from the public, we still conservatively project a profit of roughly $60,000 per acre, or around 24 million in extract and new seed inventory materials produced. And when I say rekindled the public interest in CBGA, I'm referring to recent studies that have been launched that show CBGA is effective at preventing COVID. Again, just initial studies. The company's third use of funds growth strategy is to utilize existing biomass inventory for extraction and formulation of Rhino bioproducts pipeline through the Rhino marketing and sales team. And the company's fourth use of funds growth strategy is to leverage the company's university research, proprietary seed protections, genetic modifications, and clinical trials for eventual pharmaceutical rollout. Thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day.